Hello, how you doing, my brally? I hope you're doing well as always. I'm in a different part of my room today, a part people don't usually see. The messy corner. But it's a very important reason why. I want to talk to you about the Bias Amp 2 from Positive Grid. And it truly is a remarkable thing. It really is. And now I'm a valve amp guy. I like a valve amp, I really do. And you know, plugins in the past have always been like, yeah, they're alright, blah blah. Playing with this, it feels like a real amp in my fingers. When I've got, which you're going to see, when I've got kind of a Plexi kind of tone, it feels like a Plexi. The clean sounds feel clean, and it's really hard. You know, I forget that I'm not playing for a real amp when I'm playing for this. It's truly remarkable, and there's so many cool features with it. Especially is that you can now, obviously you can, in the past with the previous Bias amp, you could have mics and different things like that. Now, as well as having multiple different microphones you can change the speakers, what you could do before, but Positive Grid have teamed up with Celestion, and you can truly hear a big difference. And I think it's a lesson in how important not only is a cab size, you've got 1x12 cab, 2x12, 4x12, or the type of speakers you use with whatever given amp you're playing with. Now if we pop over the screen here, I'm going to change the amp, and if I go, let's say, a crunch and put a good old Plexi sound on, you can see that kind of come up here. Now first thing you can do, if you want, you can add a bit of reverb in. I'm going to go to natural, I turn that level right down, time down. Okay, cool. Now, what can get really cool, obviously there's a load of stuff you can muck around with the preamp settings in this, and you can change, you know, different preamps and things like that. 12x7, it's a host, everything you can imagine you can do, you can do. You can go into the EQ and start farting around with things like that. As you can see, power amp, transform and stuff. But what I want to talk about big time is, let's start with the microphone. Actually no, let's go to speakers, right? At the moment it's saying a vintage 30, right? Now if I click on that, you can see I'm on a vintage 30 Celestion already. Just realised this is probably one I've played around with earlier. So if I just go to the Bias amp, speaker here, so green 25 here. Now already you can hit, it's completely scooped out. If I go back to Celestion and go to the vintage 30 I had, you know what I mean? It's nuts. And now say if I'll go to a 1x12 version of that. let's say Celestian Blue 4x12. It's really, you know, you can sit around and adjust your tone. I think it's such a great feature it's done here. This is the greenback. Really cool. So I'm going to stick with the vintage 30 that I had originally, vintage 34x12. Now with the microphone, I can either just have the one mic. At the moment an SM57 has been selected, but I can have two mics. So let's go to this one here, the C414, and actually, so without it, let me just, so you can hear a difference. Now let's put that in there. Very realistic, and if you're playing in the studio, you know, you're hearing it back through studio monitors and speakers and stuff. You're not in the room with the amp. And so something like this, it just gives you that more realistic kind of feel to it, and I love it, man. It's so cool. Now I could sit here for hours showing you this kind of stuff. I really could, but there's so many other things I want to show you. Now another amazing thing they have got is 100 amp match presets, where they have taken, you can take real amps and match them and have that amp basically on your software, on the bias amp too. Incredible. So if I go over to screenshot again, we got bass, clean, glassy, blues, crunch, high gain, metal, etc, right? Now let's go glassy. Now you can see here we've got a load of amps here. We've got, you know, amp match from a Fender Super Amp 1950, a Bassman, so it's matched to a Fender Bassman. Loads, SLO, there's so many different amps here. JTM 45, a Deluxe Reverb. Oh man, so I tell you what, let's go for a Fender Deluxe Reverb. Let's click that. And I'm going to download it straight away. And this will be in the glassy section, so I'll push downloads. Amp downloaded, great. Go to glassy. And we got this new Deluxe Reverb here. So I can play around with that. So if I go to this cab, at the moment it's got Black Duo as its cabinet. But if I want to change it, and let's go to the Celestian, what we were talking about, and let's put, I don't know, some greenback, what is it usually, 2x12, right? So, we've made it. Made it so much more brighter, so much more brighter. Let's try it with a 345. Now as I got the 345 one, I thought it'd be funny to do this as I saw this earlier. So I'm back at the 100 amp match presets. And if I go on to high gain, they have the YJM 100, the Yngwie Malmsteen Marshall Plexi. So I thought it'd be funny to play with that. So let me get that. Let's just download it. Download, please. Great. Now let's go back. And the YJM 100 is there now waiting for me. So. Hours of fun. Oh dear, but hopefully you can kind of tell I really like this. I'm going to be using this a lot more, I think, especially for home use. You know, live, yep, I still love a good amp, you know, but for home and or even studio use, it's so handy having so many different options at your literally at your fingertips. At the beginning of the video, you saw some sounds I was doing, like I did an SL100 and I changed that to myself on reverb. Put some reverb in it, changed the speakers to what I wanted, and I've uploaded that on the Tone Cloud. Positive Grid have got their own Tone Cloud, and you've got a load of different guitar players and artists and whatnot have put their own sounds and stuff, amp sounds they like from the Bias Amp 2 onto the Tone Cloud. So check it out. I put the SLO was it 100 reverb and a Dumble, which I played at the beginning of the video as well. But it's a lot of fun, guys. It really is. Like I say, you'll be seeing me play it a lot more, and it'd be cool to hear what you think. So please let me know in the comment section below on your thoughts on this very cool piece of gear from Positive Grid. The Bias Amp 2. They are, oh man, I salute you, Positive Grid. I truly do. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It'd be great to know what you're thinking, or if you've got it yourself. You know, if you have, let me know let me know how you've been getting on with it. Like I say, this is very new for me, so I'm getting used to it myself. So share, my friends, share. Anyway, Mike Bradley very much signing out.